I got 5 on it. You thought it was all over. I got 5 on it. You thought you was running away. I got 5 on it. You thought the conference was out of reach. I got 5 on it. Jokic about to win an MVP. He got 5 on it. Get him, get him. We on the way. I got 5 on it. 5 wins in a row. Got 5 on it. Moving on up, moving on up. Huh. 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 Moving on up, moving on up. Moving on up, moving on up. 3C, let's go. 3C, let's go. 3C, let's go. 3C, let's go. We moving up in the Western Conference. Y'all know what time it is. Swipa gang. The Denver Nuggets taking care of business. Yet another win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row. And the Denver Nuggets, when everybody said they were down and out, here they come. The Denver Nuggets get a win versus the Orlando Magic in Denver. The injured Orlando Magic, obviously without Mo Wagner, still without Jalen Suggs. But the Denver Nuggets, no Jamal Murray, no Russell Westbrook tonight, no point guard to start. They start with Julian Strawther and Christian Brown in the backcourt, and it didn't matter. The Denver Nuggets, they step up, they do what they do. They play their way. They dominate one of the best defenses in the NBA. Y'all and Nikola Jokic and Michael Porter Jr., there is a synergy that has been developing. There is a synergy. There is a chemistry. There is a level of play that those two are starting to learn how to play together in ways they have never done before. And y'all, it is leading to some special play for this team. I'm telling y'all, man, there is something to be said about when you are going through adverse situations all year and you have to deal with injuries all year and you have to realize that, look, the way we used to do things, that's no longer the case. We can no longer rely on just the two-man game to get us through. We're going to have to get some really, really stout play out of Michael Porter Jr., and you better believe he has responded. Porter is having a career season this year. 19 points a game, 6.5 rebounds, 2.2 assists, half a block, half a steal, 52, 42, 74 splits, 64 true shooting. MPJ has been a man on fire. A man on fire as of late. Last 3 games from Michael Porter Jr. Let me show you so you can see just how good he's been. 35 points. 8.7 rebounds, 2.3 assists, shooting 64% from the field, 59% from 3 on 10 attempts a game. 59% from 3 on 10 attempts a game, 83.3% from the free throw line, a 79.2 true shooting, and he is an average of a plus 21 per game. An average. Now, again, played the Pelicans, and then you play the Orlando Magic. So absolutely, the competition is not the most ideal. But guess what? Porter self-admitted he had one of his worst games of the year this year versus the Pelicans earlier this season. And he needed to respond, and he needed to make sure he stepped in for his team as Jamal Murray and Russ were out. And Porter is proving, man, I'm not going to lie to you, man. I can make a strong argument Michael Porter Jr. throughout the year has been the Nuggets' second best player and second most important player. And when I say second most important, y'all, I mean, people have to realize, like, Jokic is the best in the world. You know, we're going to get to Jokic in a little bit. Obviously, he's literally the greatest thing. Him, Jordan, and Michael are the best players I've ever watched with my own eyes. Like, I have covered a lot, like, of older games and talked about Larry and Magic and all them and Kareem. I think they're spectacular players. But when you watch just how good these two are together, Michael Porter Jr. has been terrific this year. Do you realize that Michael Porter Jr. and Nikola Jokic per PBP stats, they're a plus 14.97 net rating when they're on the court together. They have a 130.09 net rating. And guess what? When Jokic is on the court this year with no Michael Porter Jr., he has a net rating, it's 377 minutes. He has a net rating of 0.66, Jokic. Now, Michael Porter Jr. is a minus 10.47 without Jokic in the game, and the Nuggets are horrible when neither one of them are in the game. But y'all, when they're both in the game together, they both lift each other up. And Jokic cannot be his best version without Porter. And Porter cannot be his best version without Jokic. That's just the way that their team is designed, but also that's just how reliant they are on each other. And the numbers bear that out. And again, if you understand the way the Nuggets play, because they don't have elite shooters up and down the roster, they have to be able to play a very specific kind of scheme where they eat a lot of paint points. But then when they do get an open three-point shot, they got to have people that can hit that shot. And Jamal Murray, you know, it's just the way the year's gone. He hasn't shot the three well. Jamal Murray's like a 41, 42, 43% three-point shooter. But he's been shooting like 38% on the year. Porter, on the other hand, has been basically their only consistent exit valve, and not even just from a percentage standpoint, but just even from putting them up and the way the defense covers them. The defense is most concerned with Porter at all times. And so he had to respond today. And Porter outplayed Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner today. That's a big deal because those are two all-star caliber wings. Now, Paolo has not been great since he's come back. Franz also been up and down since he's come back. But they both got dominated today. And Porter played really good defense in this game as well. Porter, again, it's just as we talked about, we talked about this on the channel many times. But the word was with Porter that the further Porter gets away from the back injuries when he was young, the first one especially, the better he will be. And the better he will get and the more explosive he will get. And that's exactly what we're seeing. Porter, it just looks like a different kind of player as of late. I mean, that's just amazing. Like, he looks like a different kind of player. And when you watch him play this year, the Nuggets are just functionally a much better team when he's involved. So just an amazing game from Michael Porter Jr. today. You just love to see the development that the Nuggets are getting out of him. Nikola Jokic, y'all, like, he's unbelievable. I mean, he's spectacular. Like, Jokic is unbelievable, man. He's gotten to this place now where, and again, I'm going to continue to stand on this. This is the best offensive season I've ever seen in my life. I think Jokic, the only thing that's changed is that because of the way the year's gone, but also just because, you know, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, the Jokic is so good that people stop caring. That's just how it is. The people have just stopped caring. Jokic tonight, 28 points, 12 assists, 10 rebounds, 2 steals. 2 of 4 from 3, 50%. 9 of 12 from 2, 75%. 4 of 6 from the free throw line, 68%. Or 67%. And then 75.1 true shooting. And he was a plus 22 in 30 minutes. He did this in 3 quarters. This is his 24th triple-double of the year. This is Jokic's 24th triple-double of the year, and he's gotten a triple-double through 3 quarters, I want to say almost like 15 times this year, y'all. Like, what? He's having like 30, he's averaging 30, 13, and 10 and 2. 57, 46, 81 splits on 66 true shooting. He's the best player in the sport, y'all. And it's like not a story. It's not a conversation. It's not a conversation. Because I think for a lot of people, it's like, we're just so used to him being Wilt Chamberlain. That's what it is now. Like, this is what it's like watching Wilt. We're so used to him being Wilt Chamberlain that it's just is what it is. Like, okay, Like Jokic, another triple-double in 3 quarters. Great. Yo, Jokic has played 45 games this year, and he has a triple-double in over half of them. Jokic has played 45 games. He has a triple-double in over half of them. It's astounding. So I'm just honestly, I am amazed by how good he is, by how amazing he continues to be. I think he's the MVP. I think he's the most impactful player in the sport. I think he's the best player in the sport. I think he's the best floor raiser in the sport. I think that when he's hitting his jump shot, he's the best ceiling raiser in the sport. He makes up for the most efficiency in the sport. He's everything. Like, he's just a generationally great player, and he continues to put up games like this. And the Nuggets are 16-5 in their last 21 games with Joker, y'all. 16-5. The Nuggets are 16-5 in the last 21 games with Joker, despite having injuries with Aaron Gordon, Jamal Murray, Russell Westbrook. It's unheard of. And you know what? He's not going to get that kind of credit for it, because people in the narrative, SGA has the Chet Holmgren thing, which is 100%, but that team is elite. Jokic doesn't get the injury stuff because it's like, well, AG, Jamal Murray, they just are not held in high standing around the league. And so when people are just kind of like, oh, Joker, another great game, boo, 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 boo. Oh, no Murray, it's okay. No Westbrook, it's okay. No Aaron Gordon, whatever. This is it. It's just like, it's just a move on thing. But for him to be able to rise to the occasion the way that he has and lead this team as well as he has, I think it deserves a lot more credit than it gets. And obviously, that's just not the way it's going to work, because Joker's Joker. But incredible game. Aaron Gordon today, y'all, just in another amazing playmaking game. Porter plus 19, Jokic plus 22, Aaron Gordon 11 points, 7 assists, and 3 rebounds. 3 of 6 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 4 of 7 from the free throw line, and a plus 10. Aaron Gordon was diming today. They have perfected that horn set where they basically have AG get the ball at the right wing, and Michael Porter Jr. basically runs a curl, but he runs it around Joker, and he'll flare up. Joker will set a down screen for him. He'll flare up like he's going up to a 3, but then he'll curl back in towards the basket. And so what it forces the defense to say, okay, we're going to get a pure switch with Joker and MPJ, because Joker's outside the paint. There's no big in the paint anymore. We're going to get a switch between Joker and MPJ, or you're going to trail, and Porter is more athletic than most people guarding him. And so at that point, he's 6'10", he's already under the basket. It's a dunk. And then if you both go with MPJ, then Jokic steps out for a 3 and he's shooting 46% on 3. So it's a game changer. And if you cover it well, they just give the ball to Joker, and then now they're running it back on the other side. Now it's a screen, Aaron Gordon, another ball handler, or now it's Jokic has the ball, Porter runs back up, it is another DHO opportunity, and it's a handoff and dive, or it's a handoff, sidestep 3 jumper, or handoff, sidestep, dribble, penetrate MPJ. They have just perfected that set. The horn set, I think, is the most dangerous set that the Nuggets run, whether it's Murray setting the back screen for Aaron Gordon, whether it's Jokic has the ball at the nail, and then it's Murray and Gordon, whether it's Jokic at the top, and then he's running the ball handling action himself. I think that's the best set that they have. Michael Malone, the rest of the coaching staff, they've nailed it. Christian Braun, plus 30 today. 16 points, 8 of 12 from the field today. Dominant game, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals for Christian Braun. Just an amazing game for Christian. He continues to impress, man. Like, Christian, I thought he was overshooting and over dribbling a little bit too much to start the game off, but who cares? Like, he eventually got to the point where it was just like he was having his way. And what Christian's gotten so good at, he's so aggressive with his hands. He is so aggressive with his hands that he is able to cause so much contact at the point of attack, and he does a great job. There was a hustle play today between Christian Braun, DeAndre Jordan, and then Michael Porter Jr. where they finished, where Jokic was off the court, and it was just a terrific hustle play. And he's willing to do everything, and that's what you love to see from Christian. I think he's going to continue to figure out how to be an elite defender. Like, that's going to come. That's a time thing. He'll figure that out. He's still young. But the thing about it is that Christian at this point, he's so smart and he's played so much basketball that he's just so in tune with what the Nuggets are trying to do at all times. And again, it's just, it's forcing the defense to make so many decisions that Christian is such a good offensive player now. Just incredible game by Christian Brown. And then also Julian Strawther, just 2 points today, but he was a plus 18. Again, the starters were dominant. 1 of 8 from the field, 0-4 from 3. Not a good game from him. He had 2 turnovers as well. He did have 3 rebounds and 3 assists. Missed a lot of shots, a lot of wide open shots. And again, Julian Strawther has to get better. When Jokic has a mismatch in the paint, Julian will attack it to create a shot advantage, because if I miss, Jokic gets the rebound. But this is like the 3rd time I remember off the top of my head where Julian has tried to take the ball to the rim where Jokic has an advantage and not scored. And this one led to a run out points, I think, in Franz Wagner today. And then he got blocked at the rim again, and the ball went off his back. And then he got taken out for Jalen Pickett. So, again, he's really young. He's a year behind where Christian is and even Peyton is. So he's going to have moments like this. Jalen Pickett, off the bench, Jalen Pickett, y'all. Plus 16, 5 points and 5 assists and 3 rebounds and a block. Jalen has had 4 good games this year where he's made good, impactful plays, and today was another one. He's stout enough, and I'll say this, he's stout enough, and he's strong enough, and he's smart enough to actually develop into a average to slightly above average defender, if not higher. And that's important, because if he wants to be a rotational player in this league, he's going to have to be an efficient, smart player, good passer, but also even when you switch on him, he's smart and he's stout, and he makes it difficult for you to run action. And he did that today. So good minutes from him. Hunter Tyson, 7 points today, 2 of 4 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He was a -6, but again, the game got out of hand, and that was just the garbage time minus. Zeke Naji, y'all. Zeke Naji was 1 of 7 and 1 of 4, but he was one of the best players on the court tonight. Zeke Naji, 3rd straight game, he was a plus 23 off the bench. That's a higher plus minus than Jokic and a higher plus minus than Porter today. Zeke Naji has literally turned into a very good defender. He's been that way. And we used to have these discussions. Zeke is the ideal switch 4. Ideal. If he figures out how to play the sport and he learned how to knock down that shot, at least a 33, 35% clip, he will make money in this league for years. He's a great athlete. He's huge, and he can jump. If he learns how to rebound, he learns how to play NBA offense, and he learns how to move his feet on defense, he can make money in this league. And right now, without Peyton Watson, they're going to have to play him, and Zeke's going to have to play well. He's going to have a lot of really good opportunity to continue to prove his worth. And if Zeke can have a stretch, y'all, think of if Zeke can keep this up for the rest of the month. If Zeke can keep this up for the rest of the month, just imagine how much more confident the Nuggets will be in a playoff scenario. Because that's what they want. That's why Calvin paid him. That's why he was paid. But if he can stay healthy, Lord willing, stay consistent, Zeke Naji can be in the rotation. I love the way he's played. I'm so proud of Zeke Naji. DeAndre Jordan, 8 points, 7 rebounds, and an assist off the bench. He was a plus 11, 4 for 4 from the field. Had a crazy oop from Christian Brown. Also had another great dunk off a Jalen Pickett short roll pass. Just a great game from DeAndre Jordan. Continues to win his minutes this year. The Nuggets, like I said, 12 of 30 from 3, 40% from the 3-point line, 57% from the field. But the Nuggets, they weren't making their free throws today. 12 of 21, 57%, just horrible. I don't know why they can't make free throws more consistently. The Nuggets tonight, they had a 33-point lead in this game. There were 6 lead changes. They had a 12-0 run at one point. The Denver Nuggets, 60 paint points today. They're the best scoring paint team in the NBA. 14 second chance points and 24 fast break points for the Nuggets. So just a dominant all-around game for Denver. You love everything you're seeing from them right now. They're playing consistent. They're playing together. They're locked into what they're supposed to do. This is their 5th straight win. And coming up, y'all, the Denver Nuggets are going to have a lot of opportunity, y'all. They got Portland back-to-back, okay? The Nuggets have Portland back-to-back on their schedule. Both of these. So they're going to have the Suns on Saturday. Okay, a Suns team that is decimated. They just got rid of Yusuf Nurkic, threw him away. They don't have a real center. The team is in horrible situation. Bradley Beal didn't want to get traded. They couldn't improve their team. Kevin Durant was on the trade block. Unknowingly, Kevin Durant was on the trade block, was being offered to the Golden State Warriors. He might not sign his extension. They're in a horrible situation. The Nuggets, they can and probably should absolutely win that game. That's going to be in Phoenix. And then they got 2 home games, y'all, versus the Portland Trailblazers, who are playing really well. Y'all, they have a chance. They can win these next 3 games. Think about it, y'all. Think about what that would do for their team. The Nuggets are currently sitting at 33-19. What if they can get to 36-19? They can get the 36-19 and go into the All-Star break. And then out of the All-Star break, y'all, they would have the Hornets, the Lakers, the Pacers, and the Bucks. So I'm just saying, one game at a time, but the opportunity is in front of them. It's a serious opportunity. The teams that they're going to play have really good players. They're in Portland, especially, playing really well as of late. But the Nuggets absolutely can do this, y'all. They need to. Swipe a game. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, y'all. We're growing. I want to get to 15,000 subscribers, you all. Yo, I'll be on Player's Choice tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to talk about a lot of the trades that went down. Swipe a gang. I'll be at All-Star Weekend in San Francisco next week. So I'm going to get a lot of in San Francisco content. Got the press credentials. I'll be in Oakland and San Francisco getting all the content you could ask for and want. Swipe a gang. Y'all know what time it is. See you on the other side.